student. So already we have finished MySQL. That's why today I am going to discuss some important point of this lesson, and we shall discuss in your book page number 229. That is some terms and memory bytes. Okay, as because these are very important, and so that I am going to discuss this all important topic for you regarding MySQL. As you know that MySQL, which is also known as structured query language, it is a language through which we can create our database. Database play a very important role for data storing in a computer. Using MySQL, you can create your own database regarding any type of topic. Okay, and there are some important features which are very essential for creating a database. So first of all, from the memory bytes, MySQL can handle large data sets efficiently and is essentially useful in web application. So this is one of the most important point, or you can say this is one of the advantage of MySQL, that it can handle a large amount of data item, and it is basically used for web application. The next point is there are 5 categories of commands in MySQL. As because whenever you are going to create a database using MySQL, by using the language, you can put command, and the language, MySQL language, can be grouped into some category. They are DDL, which is also known as data definition language. This data definition language is very important, as because this language is used to define the structure of the table. As you know that table plays a very important role in the database, as because in a table we are going to store the data value of a particular item, and by using the DDL, that is data definition language, you can create the structure of the table. After that, DML, that is data manipulation language. That means to manipulate the data that you store inside the database, that type of, for manipulating the data that you store inside the database, the DML, that is data manipulation language, is used. Inside the data manipulation language, we have select, insert, update and delete command. That means, as you already discussed, the select is a very important command through which you can select a particular data item or a group of data item from the table. Alter and the drop. Alter means you can alter the name of a table or you can drop a table by using this data manipulation command. You can perform many tasks. After that, we have TCL, that is transaction control language. That DCL, that is data control language, and the last one is DQL, that is data query language. Okay, all these language contain different type of command and which can be used to perform a specific task. So student, all of you read the MySQL commands very because these are very important and you have to remember the name of the language and the purpose of the language and what type of commands are basically stored, basically used in a particular SQL language type. After that, from the memory byte, drop, delete the entire table structure, while delete remove the specific record from the table. So student, drop and delete, these commands are very important, but there is some difference in between them. There may be a question in your exam that write down the difference between the drop table or the delete table command. So it is very clear that drop, delete the entire table structure. So if you use the drop command, it will delete the entire table structure, the structure that you created using the create table command. Okay, and a new table is created, but the delete command only delete a specific record from the table, not the table structure. Okay, after that, MySQL supports a number of data types of numerics, fraction, text and date and time classes. So data types, these are very important as because whenever you are going to create a table, inside the table we define the data items, and whenever you define the data items, you have to specify the particular data type of that particular item. That means what type of value you are going to enter in for a particular data item, that is specified by using the data types. So MySQL provides us many data types, and they are numeric, they may be numeric, fraction, text and date and type, etc. Okay, so after that, the DEC or the describe command is used to view the structure of a table in a database. So when you create the table, and if you want to look the structure of the table that you create, so that can be viewed by using a particular command, that is DEC. You can write DEC after that the table name. Give the table name after the DEC, or you can write it in full form, that is describe, and after that you give the table name to which you want to look the structure. Okay, so after that, alter table command is used to modify the table structure. You can do the following using the this command. So alter table, command is basically used to alter the some specific structure of the table. Okay, so what we can do, add or delete columns. Suppose if you need some extra columns in the table, you can add the extra columns, or if you want to remove some columns from the table, you can also remove it by using the alter table command. Change the data type of existing column. That means suppose if you want to remove or alter, you want to convert some data types of a particular table, so that you can perform it by using the alter table command. After that, remove columns or table, delete table, add or delete primary key, and not null constraint. So the alter table alter command can also be used for deleting the primary key that you set earlier in the table structure, or you can delete the not null constraint. So student, do you remember the constraint? So what is constraint? This is very important. Constraint, these are the rules that help ensure the validity of data while entering it in a table. So in a table, we are going to enter the data. So at the time of the creation of the table, you can put some constraint, that is the validity rule. Suppose in a table we have a column name, roll number, or the student name. Okay, for that for a student name, you can put a constraint that is not null. So if you put the constraint not null, then at the time of data entry, without entering the name of that table, you cannot jump to the next field. You have to enter the name field of the particular table. That means not null. That means you cannot put the field empty. You have to put the value, necessary value, which is required by the database. After that, select command is used to retrieve the data from the table. It can be combined with other SQL clause to retrieve a specific set of data. So select command, this is one of the most commonly used command or clause of a MySQL, because this is used very frequently. And the select command is basically used to select a portion of data or a group of data, or you can combine the select command with other command also to perform a specific task. After that, MySQL support a number of operators that can be combined to form expression for performing calculation on the data value. So we have many operators which can be used to perform calculations on the data value. Some operators are the arithmetic operators, are used in where clause as well as insert, update and delete operation. So we can use some arithmetic operation in where clause and also in update, insert and delete operation also. Relational operators, which are equal symbol, less than, greater than, these are known as relational operator, are used in where and having clause. The like operator is used to compare on string with another string. So we have a SQL command that is like, and the like command is basically used to compare two string. String means group of character. Your name is a string. Okay? So it used two wildcard character, that is the percentage and The percentage wildcard character is used to represent any sequence of 0 or more characters. That means, suppose you want to display the name of the student whose name starts with the letter S. Okay? So for that you can use the percentage symbol. So if you write percentage S, then it will display the name of the student that is start from S. Okay, and after that we have an underscore symbol that can be also used in like command. Null value means unknown or incapable value in MySQL. It is compared using is null or is not null operation. Null value. That means sometime at the time of data entry in the table, we don't know the exact value. For example, a column contains the name, phone number. At the time of entry the data, you don't know the phone number of a particular student or a particular person, so that you can jump to the next field or next column without entering the value that will contain the null value. Null value means nothing. Or if you put not null, then you cannot jump to the next cell without entering the value in that particular field. Aggregate function in MySQL are mean, max, average, sum and count. Okay, we have already discussed in details in a mean, that is the minimum, max, that is maximum, average for average, sum and count. Okay, so these are the mathematical function, or we can say aggregate function, which can be used in our SQL, in a SQL statement to perform some specific task. So if you use the sum function, it will calculate the sum of the value that is present inside a column. So if you want to use the max function, then it will calculate the maximum value in the maximum value present in a column. So after that, the group by clause is used in select statement to group row based on distinct values of a specific column. So group by, this is a clause or command which can be used in select statement to group a group of rows. Suppose if you want to select group of rows having some based on some condition, then you can put the group by clause in the select statement. Okay student, so these are the very important thing or topic part of the MySQL chapter. I hope you will read the lesson and find out the most important topics in the lesson and try to understand the important topic that are discussed in memory pipes. So that's all for today. From the next class, I am going to discuss the questions answers of MySQL chapter. Okay, thank you.